We are ranking the intro scenes from all Rob Zombie horror films. We are leaving out the Munsters and his comic book cartoon because we didn't see those. So we're going to go from our bottom spot to our top spot. So in our bottom spot for both of us, we picked Halloween 2.
Yeah, this is my least favorite because it's going to be my least favorite movie out of all these movies. But the intro, it starts with young Michael again in the mental institution and talking to his mom, bringing up the white horse. That'll be pretty important later. And it just didn't really seem to match the characters from the last movie you just watched. It just seemed like completely different. Like it didn't make sense from the start. So just right away, just kind of lose interest.
Yeah, coming off of Halloween, you had such a good feel for who these characters were and how they acted, and going into this introduction of the new film, they felt different. I know that there's a actor change as well, but even placing that aside, the characters felt different, so I wasn't really invested.
It felt jarring, right?
It did, yeah. It felt like a different movie.
Yep.
Now in our number 6 spot, we have both picked The Lords of Salem. And this one is actually an interesting intro, and it is one that makes us want to watch the movie. Unfortunately, this is just where it fell in the ranking of films.
Yeah, this is a good intro. It's short, it's to the point. You kind of know what you're going to get yourself into with it. It just opens up with a just gathering of a coven of witches, and they're all getting naked, and that's it. It's interesting. It brings up some mystery, so I really like it. But compared to all the other intros, it's just kind of at the bottom.
The weaker one.
Okay, the third spot from the bottom, we have Devil's Rejects. We both agree. For me, it starts off with a lot of action, which I like. You're just immediately thrown into it. You're seeing them get these steel plates on ready. You're seeing the shootout with the cops. The dialogue's crazy. I thought it was a lot of fun.
Yeah, and for me personally, the action aspect does not do it for me. However, I wanted to see these characters again so badly, and our kitty does too. I wanted to see these characters, so to see them interacting in the family is what got me.
Yep, it was still a good intro.
Yep, the number 4 spot, and we actually differ with this one. I know. Mine is personally Rob Zombie's Halloween, and it landed in this spot for me because Halloween is one of my favorites, and you can tell by the intro for this that Rob Zombie has brought an entire new spin. It has just absolute brutality with keeping the classic Halloween fall vibe too. It was the perfect mix of a Rob Zombie film and a Halloween movie. So it got me interested and invested.
Yeah, I agree with yours for sure. Mine is going to be 3 from Hell, which it opens up and you find out, oh wow, they actually did not die in this last movie. They somehow miraculously survived 20 plus gunshots. It kind of shows them in where they're at now, they're in jail, showing their lives now. And then I won't get into more spoilery stuff than that, but it's kind of interesting just to see where they're at now after all these years later. It's I think a decade after the events of Devil's Rejects. So I think that was a cool way to tell that story.
And then that will actually push us into our number 3 spot where we switch those.
Yep.
So my number 3 spot is 3 from Hell because I absolutely love the whole Free the Three. I love the aspect of them in jail and how they have been, or prison, and how they have been surviving there. And that whole scene and aspect really invested me.
Yeah, and then to talk about Halloween, I thought Rob Zombie did a phenomenal job on Halloween. Did we need a backstory to Michael or anything? No, we didn't, but he made one, and he did it just a brutal take on it, and I think it makes a lot of sense. I love the kills he did, how gritty it is. It's also really long, so you get a good 40 plus minutes of young Michael, and you're wow, this makes a lot of sense. So while we didn't need it, it's a new interpretation, and I think he did a really good job.
I feel like that's probably the longest intro of a film too.
Yeah, we sat down and watched just some intros, and we're this is 42 minutes.
Yeah.
Okay, and for the number 2 spot, we are back to agreeing again. It's going to be House of a Thousand Corpses. What do you like about that one?
So this one I love because it's got this roadside attraction feel, and you enter in seeing Captain Spaulding and the men that he's talking to, and you get a really good vibe for what you're about to experience.
Yeah, it's just pure comedy. Every line that comes out of both their mouths, him and that old man, is hilarious. This is one I feel I could probably watch over and over and just laugh every single time. So many famous pieces of dialogue for Captain Spaulding comes from this one scene. And yeah, I think that just makes it rewatchable and makes it a perfect number 2.
And you have that inherent gritty, dirty nature too. It's good.
Also, there are scenes where it's this probably didn't age well, but it's a lot of that through these movies.
Alrighty, so our number 1 spot in the ranking of intros to Rob Zombie's films is, of course, 31. This is just, it hooks you in with Doomhead walking out and doing his monologue. It's in black and white. It adds to like that inherent Rob Zombie gritty, dirty gnarliness.
Yeah, that everything you just said, like the whole dialogue, it's such a crazy speech. That's why it's first for me. Just the looks, the aesthetic, everything about it. And I actually wanted to pull up a couple quotes just from that. Like, it actually like would put some fear into you because you realize he's talking to a priest the whole time too.
Yeah.
And he looks at him and he says, "Well, it might as well be with me. You should be thanking me, man. I'm sending you to the pearly gates with a first class ticket." And then he said, "Didn't sharpen the axe," and then just gives him a couple extra whacks with the axe. It's just, it's all so good. If you have not seen this movie, because I will say I don't see many people talking about this one as much, go watch it, at least for the intro.
It is gnarly, and like Nick said, like his monologue puts the fear in you, so you are anticipating this just gritty, fearful nature in this film.
Ooh.